You should have acted. They're already here. The Elder Scrolls told of their return. Their defeat was merely a delay. Till the time after Oblivion opened. When the Sons of Skyrim would spill their own blood. But no one wanted to believe they even existed. And when the truth finally dawns, it dawns in fire. But there's one they fear. In their tongue, he is Dovahkiin, Dragonborn.
Kodlak had a dream where it seems a man came to stand next to him to fight the wolf, meaning this business of lycanthropy. He then believed that it was I who was this man. Also, he believed that I would be the next harbinger to guide the companions to a better place. Funny that I also had a dream to help the companions to lead them away from the Beastblood, but his dream was months before my own. However, I think the gods were speaking to us, guiding us to salvation from this curse. With the Glenmorrow witches' heads, I believe this dream can now come true, since Kodlak believed it was a way to remove lycanthropy from us. Unfortunately, Kodlak was killed by the Silver Hand when they attacked Jorrvaskr, and now, well, I don't know where we go from here, but I pray to the gods, to the Nine, that with Kodlak gone, the cure hasn't gone with him. I will have to consult with my fellows in the circle to figure it out. I did not know Kodlak that well, and I wish I could have fought at his side at least once, but unfortunately it will never come to that now. What I did know of him from his journal and from speaking to him was that he was a wise, cautious, caring man who loved the companions, honor, legacy, and Skyrim. I really wish I could have had his counsel for a few years to help me learn from his experience, from his knowledge, like he wrote in his journal. His funeral reminded me of my uncle's. The companions and Yorlin Greymane came out to Tundrahome for the service. In a way, it was like a mirror of what I just experienced with Kodlak's funeral. My uncle's body was placed on a pyre near his forge. To me, the flames reflected his life's work, a fitting send-off to Sovngarde. Next to the forge, on a table, were several of his finest armors he'd smithed recently and was holding for the companions. Afterwards, they took what was there, as would have been his wish. His only sibling, his sister, was there, as was a priest of Kinnereth. It wasn't Danica, who is currently the head priest at the Temple of Kinnereth in Whiterun. Several of his friends told stories of his finest works, and a few war stories as they knew him from the Great War. Kodlak was there, as was Skjor, but I didn't know them back then, other than they were just companions. I also recall several teenagers who were not companions yet, more like too young to join, but lived at Jorrvaskr. One of which I believed was Aella, who is a few years younger than myself. She caught my eye, though, with her red hair glowing bright in the light of the fire. I was terribly sad, as was my brother and auntie. We stood silent for most of the night. I remember the Harbinger's speech. Thalric Ironheart was his name. He was also a smith that worked with Uncle. He must have been the Harbinger before Kodlak. He stood by the pyre, the glow of the flames reflecting off the forge nearby. He gripped a hammer, weathered but proud, and faced the gathered companions, my family and myself.
Brothers, sisters, kin of the Forge, today we send a true son of Skyrim to Sovngarde. Osming Snowborn was no mere smith. His hands shaped steel that shielded warriors, that turned the tide in battles unspoken. I taught him the hammer's song, but he made it his own here at this very anvil. Every breastplate he forged carried his heart, strong, unyielding, gnawed to the bone. The companions stand here, not just for his craft, but for the man. He laughed with us, drank with us, and when the call came, his work kept us standing. His fire burns in the armor we wear, and now it lights his way to Shaw's Hall. Raise a hammer to Osming, may his steel sing forever!
He placed my uncle's smithing hammer on the pyre, stepped back, and nodded to us with quiet respect. We have had our vengeance against the Silver Hand, and whatever happens now will be to cure this Beastblood. This, you have my word. Yorlin Greymane.
You're back.
I have Kodlak's fragment.
Thank you. Your shield siblings have withdrawn to the Underforge. I think they're waiting for you.
Hey, so... Looks like your friends are waiting. Go on. I'll wait here.
Well, you'd have to, because they won't allow you to go down there. And you too, Sven. It's just me. I don't know if they'll allow, Constance. But, we'll see. I think she was with me the first time. When I accepted the Beastblood.
The old man had one wish before he died. And he didn't get it. It's as simple as that.
Being Moonborn is not so much of a curse as you might think, Vilkas.
That's fine for you. But he wanted to be clean. He wanted to meet Iskramor and know the glories of Sovngarde. But all that was taken from him.
And you avenged him.
Kodlak did not care for vengeance.
No, Farkas, he didn't. And that's not what this is about. We should be honoring Kodlak, no matter our own thoughts on the blood.
You're right. It's what he wanted.
Glad she
he deserved
agrees.
to have it.
Kodlak used to speak of a way to cleanse his soul, even in death. You know the legends of the tomb of Iskramor.
There, the souls of the Harbingers will heed the call of Northern Steel. We can't even enter the tomb without Wuthrad, and it's in pieces like it has been for 1,000 years.
And dragons were just stories, and elves once ruled Skyrim. Just because something is, doesn't mean it must be. The blade is a weapon, a tool. Tools are meant to be broken, and repaired.
Is that... Did you repair the blade?
This is the first time I've had all the pieces, thanks to our shield brother here. The flames of Hero can reforge the shattered. The flames of Kodlak shall fuel the rebirth of Wuthrad, and now it will take you to meet him once more. As the one who bore the fragments, I think you should be the one to carry Wuthrad into battle. The rest of you, prepare to journey to the tomb of Iskramor, for Kodlak.
I suppose that's where we're going now. Sven, how are you even allowed in here? Well, go ahead. You can come along. We are going to the north, he said. Glory of the dead. The companions believe there is a way to cleanse Kodlak's soul of the taint of the beast. We're going to the ancient tomb of Iskramor to perform the ceremony. The tomb is located on its own island northwest of Winterhold. Oh, wonder if I've seen it. I'll probably walk right past it. Iskramor's tomb. Well, the best way to get up there is to take a carriage ride to Winterhold. Septimus Cygnus' outpost. Nothing there now. Besides that old Dwemer place. Right, well, where are you, wife? I'm sure you're gonna want to come along. That's just how she was up here. Oh, Sven! Well,
I'm glad you're here.
I love you, you know.
I'm glad you're here with me.
Okay, well, I don't know what to expect, but Lucien and Inigo and the Red Cap can stay here. Where's my dog, though? Maybe I probably had her stay. She can come with us. All right, so let's get her and get off to Winterhold.
What's the plan?
What do you mean? We're heading off to Ysgrimar's tomb, and I hope to free Kodlak's soul from Hircine's grip. This is the path to a cure of my lycanthropy, and for the rest of the companions, just like I said.
Got it. He deserves this, at least. Come on, let's move.
Greetings, traveler.
Oh, do I know you?
Well met, traveler. I am Kaidojo, a monk making the pilgrimage to the shrine of Azura.
Ah. Not every day I meet a Daedric monk.
Then today will be no different than any other. For while I recognize Azura's place in the pantheon of the divines, the Daedra hold no particular favor in the doctrine I follow. Some may see the line between Aedra and Daedra as a means of separation, when the divide itself is the true nature. It is in the eye of the storm that one finds balance, and with balance comes the flourishing of life.
Explain this doctrine of yours.
I follow the path of balance through opposition. The Aedra and Daedra are the embodiment of this mantra. It is a common misconception that these balancing forces are the spirit of good and evil, a reductive and flawed interpretation. The Aedra are the agents of stasis and order. The Daedra are the essence of change and chaos. For chaos itself cannot be an agent of anything. When the two are in balance, time progresses at its natural flow. The world changes as it stays the same. Although in truth, it is not for us to attach labels to the creators. If mortals cannot divine the nature of themselves, it is quite presumptuous to try the same with the gods.
I think I've heard of something like that, stasis and change, in my studies that my auntie had me do long ago. But I've never heard of it seen as like a balance before. I have more questions regarding your philosophy.
Then I implore you to ask them. To ask a question is to risk being a fool, but to cling to silence is to remain one.
Is it possible that some Daedric can be categorized as evil?
Boethia is the prince of plots, deceit, and conspiracy. Such words are sinister when spoken in the void. Yet, when the scales of power tip toward tyranny, when the strength of the dishonorable cannot be vanquished by a frontal assault, Boethia is there. Mola Gabal, meanwhile, is her nemesis. For he is strength and domination, and those who enslave others do so in his name. Although Boethia teaches us that strength can be vanquished, Molag Bal demonstrates that weakness is not a virtue. Mehrunes Dagon is the facilitator of destruction, the great equalizer of this plane. For when life is allowed to grow unchecked, it will wither from its own abundance.
So slavery, rape, destruction are part of the grand scheme. Good to know.
When the bee is drawn to the flowers for nectar, It serves to pollinate the entire garden.
It's a
It is not
symbiotic
clear
relationship.
whether the machinery of life is driven by motive or works to shape it. What is clear is that all things depend on each other. Removing the Daedra from this plane would disrupt the balance of life, like burning a hive of bees in response to a few stings. Yet, I will not admonish those who resent the gods, or punish them for their hate. For hate itself is its own punishment, as it works to consume them.
Do you think the Aedra can be sinister?
The Aedra are thought to be callous because they are indifferent, too often leaving mortals to their own devices. It reminds me of the parable of the acolyte priestess who stole from the alms bowl. The other acolytes beseeched the head priest to investigate the matter and cast the thief out. Yet the priest replied that he already knew the identity of the thief. The acolytes, angered, threatened to leave if the culprit was not revealed. "If I cast the thief out," he replied, "how will he ever learn remorse? If you leave, how will I ever teach you forgiveness?"
He never knew the thief's identity, did he?
That is one interpretation. The priestess, overwhelmed by her master's kindness, would realize the error of her ways. Perhaps driven by guilt, she would expose herself as the thief, and through her bravery, truly achieve the forgiveness of her peers. For any other path would result in bitterness and resentment, although these provide their own lessons, should the head priest choose to teach them.
So you worship all the Aedra and Daedra?
I pay homage to the divines as a whole, and the invisible thread that is woven between them. One does not look at a centipede and see 15 separate segments. One cannot focus on a leaf,
I
for
see.
in doing so he will neglect the whole tree.
I suppose I can respect that.
The path of balance requires you to steel your heart against that which is deplorable, and calm your emotions at that which brings you joy. It is through the evenness of mind that one can see through the shroud of passion and be blessed with the clarity of enlightenment.
How did you come to adopt this philosophy?
I was trained as a priest of Stendar, but I felt the temple did not do enough to disavow the militants who walk the land in his name. I considered converting to the Temple of Julianos, and had packed for the great chapel in Skingrad to begin my training. There was only one item I could not find, my copy of the book Aedra and Daedra. I scoured every corner of my
have that.
quarters, until at last I saw it.
Where did you find it?
It was placed on top of a high bookshelf. Now, they say those who hurry only slow themselves in the end. If only I heeded such sage advice. Instead of reaching for the footstool, I attempted to climb the shelf, only to fall flat on my tail. However, as it so happens, I lost my balance but gained my footing. For when my head struck the ground, I had a vision.
Huh. How odd, I thought cats landed on their feet.
We Khajiit are quite adept, but the divine saw fit to change that. When I struck my head on the ground, I lost consciousness, but gained clarity. I saw Aedra and Daedra in the stars, side by side, They made no distinction between themselves, for one were all, and all were one.
See. Tell me a parable, monk.
The ambitious young swordsman visited the Hall of Companions in hopes of becoming a great warrior. Upon meeting the Harbinger, the swordsman asked, "If I start now, how long before I can become a companion?" The Harbinger stroked his grey beard and replied, 10 years. The swordsman could not wait that long. "What if I trained every day?" he asked. 5 years, then, the Harbinger replied. To that, the swordsman inquired, "Well, what if I train day and night?" 20 years, then, the Harbinger said, his face stretching into a yawn. "That makes no sense," the swordsman answered. The Harbinger looked him in the eye and cracked a wry smile. "Oh, it makes sense," he said, "for you see, those who hurry are slow to learn."
Just like your philosophy. You plan on staying in Skyrim?
One must both have purpose and flexibility. He may walk a path of many roads to the same destination. He may not know where the destination lies until the moment he arrives at it, and even then, it may not fulfill his true purpose. I am reminded of the story of a carpenter who was tasked with hanging a painting for the Count.
Alright, tell me the story.
The painting was hung over the bedchamber, and while it seemed to be a perfect fit, the Count nevertheless told the carpenter to take it down. Back and forth the pair went, from the study to the great hall, each time the Count requesting the carpenter to hang the painting, then remove it, after walking the breadth of the castle. At long last, they returned to the bedchamber. Only this time, when the painting was hung, the Count was satisfied, for only by seeing all other alternatives did he know his choice was true. And thus, my request is this. If you will do me the honor of being my carpenter, and I yours, then I will forever be in your debt.
I don't even know what you're asking from that, but anyways, it was nice meeting you, Ka Dojo.
Goodbye.
The 9 be with you. Right, do we have a place to get to? It actually should be pretty close. Magnus is not going to be up forever. It's not there, is it? It's this way. Sounds like a storm is coming. Windy. Is it up there? How do you get up there? Not here for your boat, boatman. I'm certain to feel a little tired, but got a lot to do. Cannot be tired now. Ah, yes, have we? I think we've been here. Ysgramor's tomb. I'm not sure what happened to
This
Constance.
must be Ysgramor's tomb. Keep your guard up. There's no telling what we'll find here. If this is the resting place of the legendary Ysgramor, it is probably well guarded. I just hope that our party can handle it, and not get cold
I don't
feet.
like the look of this place.
was going to say
I
Constance.
was always taught to avoid these types of ruins.
Sure.
I think I see
This
why.
is the resting place of Ysgramor, and its most trusted generals. You should be cautious.
I should be. Why do we need to be cautious?
The original companions, their finest warriors, rest with Ysgramor.
I see.
You'll have to prove yourselves to them. It's not that you're intruding. I'd wager they've actually expected us. They just want to be sure that you're worthy. Be ready for an honorable battle.
Are you not coming?
Kodlak was right. I let vengeance rule my heart. I regret nothing of what we did at Driftshade.
Who knows what
But I
secrets...
can't go any further with my mind fogged or my heart grieved.
So how do we get inside?
Return Wuthra to Ysgramor. It should open the way. Until next time,
You mean the statue?
how are you feeling?
Excuse
As
me.
well as can be expected.
All right then.
You want your axe back, Ysgramor.
I hope that when I die, I don't end up as a shambling corpse.
Why would you think of such things?
For Kodlak!
Right, it seems that everybody but Vilkas is coming.
Is everything alright?
Time to go in.
Amazing.
Good to hear.
Never knew a place could be so ancient. I bet it's over 1,000 years old.
That's spotted. I think it's older than 1,000 years. Ysgramor came 5,000 years ago.
Oh, no, you don't.
Oh.
Are you all
Keep
right?
your hands to yourself.
Who's there?
Ghosts. I've seen this before.
Good night.
No Draugr in this one. Ghosts. They're going to want to see what we're made of. So let's show them what we're made of.
Stop that!
Stop that. What's wrong with you?
What was that? Over here!
Nothing to loot, not even ectoplasm. They just disappear when you... So maybe they're not really here, they're just like projections to challenge us. No Draugr either.
Never knew a place could be so ancient. I bet it's over 1,000 years old.
Oh, here's a Draugr. Alright, where do we go?
Be careful, friend. This place doesn't seem too forgiving.
Oh, weird. Ancient Nord armor. Okay. Did I miss something? Oh, yes, I did. Right next to it.
I wonder what the ancient Nords used
Dusty.
this place for.
I'm sure there's going to be something in here. Oh, just don't push me.
Be careful.
Someone.
I'll find you. A great victory. Is someone there?
Death comes for you now!
Ah, you moved.
Who's there?
Makes you good.
There's a chest right here. Right, to push forward. Can I get this arrow?
I can't go any further, Shield Brother.
Why? What's the matter?
Ever since Dustman's cairn, the big crawly ones have been too much for me.
Spiders.
Everyone has his weakness, and this one is mine.
Moving in the shadows.
I'm not proud, but I will stay back with Vilkas. Give my regards to Ysgramor.
Are you saying there's going to be giant spiders ahead? I think that there is. The werewolf is terrified of spiders, huh?
I keep
Okay.
thinking I see something moving in the shadows.
Hey! Burn spiders! Actually, my spell is pretty weak. Better you than me, Sven. Hey! Wait!
Are you okay? Just stay close and you'll be fine. Teamwork, right there.
Well, I killed your spider, but you deserved it. Don't summon back spiders. Please. Nordmead. Venison stew. I see another one. Spectre web's too thick to
Ashes
shoot.
to ashes.
Oh, I was just about to say, where's the big one? Stay over there, disgusting thing.
I'm not someone to be trifled with.
Let's just keep going. Guess that's a test of courage for both me and Will.
Stay close to me. We'll take them on together.
You can never truly stop me! I will return!
Come on, Serena.
Quite a team, eh?
Eek. Yeah, no more spiders, I mean it.
Wonder if any of my
Watch what you're
ancestors
doing.
ever walked these halls.
Aren't they all of our ancestors, Sven? We are Nords after all. I'm so used to Drugger coming up. No Drugger here, though. Not to fight, at least.
Death comes for you.
Thought I heard something.
All right, let's
Yeah!
Are you coming?
I can almost taste it.
It was...
Huh?
Can you move? It's that way. Here. Ghosts.
Be careful.
Okay, it's a little creepy.
Ashes.
Iron arrow. That's
Be
not
careful.
mine. Must have come from Ayala, her bow.
Stick close. This place gives me the creeps.
Haven't seen much of the world then yet. This place gives you the creeps. The legendary Syncrator. Isn't that in northern... I've not been there. I've, of course, heard about it. Everybody has. Northern Cyrodiil. Oh, this looks like a place that's going to fill with Draugr. All this effort and work just to hide it away for thousands of years. Hey, isn't that Kodlak? Kodlak! Wow. How are you?
Greetings, shield brother.
Is that you, Kodlak?
Of course. My fellow harbingers and I have been warming ourselves here, trying to evade Hircine.
Oh, I see. But there's nobody else here.
You see only me because your heart knows only me as the companion's leader. I'd wager old Vignar could see half a dozen of my predecessors. And I see them all. The ones in Sovngarde, the ones trapped with me in Hircine's realm. And they all see you. You've brought honor to the name of the companions. We won't soon forget it.
It's over 1,000 years old.
Vilkas said that you can still be cured.
Did he now? I can only hope. You still have the witches' heads. Excellent.
Yes.
Throw one of them into the fire. It will release their magic. For me, at least.
For you. Okay. This is the ritual. Here's the head for you. I have 5 of them. Ooh.
It is a shame that was necessary.
Kodlak, are you okay? I thought he was turning into a werewolf, but it separated out of him. Oh, there you are.
What are you doing that for?
You walked into me. Kodlak.
Greetings, shield brother.
We've killed your beast spirit.
And so slain the beast inside of me. I thank you for this gift. The other harbingers remain trapped by Hircine. Perhaps from Sovngarde, the heroes of old can join me in their rescue. The harrowing of the hunting grounds. It would be a battle of such triumph. And perhaps someday you'll join us in that battle. But for today, return to your vessel. Triumph in your victory. And lead the companions to further glory.
I can't. I have to, cure myself. That is cure myself.
Did I hear right? Did he say you were to lead the companions?
Oh, did he? I guess he did. Does this upset you?
I'm just surprised. But your strength and honor are apparent to all. And it's my honor to be first to address you as Harbinger. Let's go tell the others.
I didn't join to become Harbinger. But I'd rather be Harbinger of the Companions than, the Archmage of the College of Winterhold.
Congratulations. I must admit, when you first joined the Companions, I didn't think you had the spirit for it. But considering that, I'm impressed. You're no longer a whelp. You've grown into something much bigger, and I admire that. I know we've had our differences, but looking back in hindsight, it was all for the greater good. I mean, look at where we ended up. Kodlak's death won't be in vain. I can tell you that much. Now, what's your first plan of action, Sir Harbinger?
As I said in my dream, I plan to cure the remaining Circle members of their lycanthropy.
That is a great plan. Once you do that, the Companions might be able to cast aside their primal urges and start working towards more noble intentions. Like the Companions of old. Thank you.
Well, I've come here to do it, right? I don't know about Ayala, though. She likes this werewolf thing. She likes being a lycanthrope. Everywhere I go, I join an organization and I become its leader. Right.
Place could be
Here
so
goes
ancient
another one for me.
that it's over 1,000.
I'm going to cure myself. No more being a werewolf.
Years old.
A fight.
That's the beast spirit.
That went pretty well, all things considered.
It was easy. That was my wolf spirit. So I'm cured.
Yes?
I'm no longer a werewolf. I love you, Serana.
I love you too. But now isn't the best time for some cuddling.
No, it's always time for cuddle.
Alright.
Alright, Aelia.
It's always good to see someone I can count on.
Ayala, sorry.
What can I do for you?
I cured
I wonder
Kodlak.
if any of my ancestors.
And that's exactly what the old man wanted. I'm glad we could give it to him.
Kodlak said I should lead the Companions now.
I'll be honest, I wouldn't have expected it. But that may just be because I remember when you were just a whelp who was begging to join. The old man trusted you, so I'll trust you.
That was months ago. And I wasn't a whelp. I don't think I've ever been a whelp. Even when I was young. So are you going back to your
I don't
Vasker?
like the look of this.
Eventually. But this is the tomb of Iskramor. I think I'm just going to commune for a bit. This place is worthy of some time. You go on ahead. I'll see you back there.
Honestly, I think that you would be the better Harbinger, but not if you're... Like, all of us should be cured. So, what's the next target?
I've been hearing rumors of Silver Hand activity. A group of them is holed up in Hjalmarch. Run fast, my friend.
In the Morthal area.
They don't want us here, the ancient ones. Better left alone.
Right. Well, I know she likes being a werewolf, so let's just look around the room and... I mean, I can go and put more heads in there, right?
Good to see you.
I'm not going to do it without asking. So it's just Vilkas and Farkas, the twins, left. I guess she wants to go to Hersine's hunting grounds in the the afterlife. Alright. How did you get out of this chest up there?
Hello, friend.
Hello. Grand Sultan. What is that? Shield of Iskramor. It's a nice shield, but it's heavy. I'll leave it here for somebody else, maybe. Somebody else that uses heavy armor.
Everything in here seems to be about death. Burial urns, crypts, funeral shrouds. It's a bit depressing.
I don't want his axe either. Where's the brothers? I didn't go and look off in different directions. Like, what is this way? Oh, I think that is the way out. Maybe there is no other direction. I don't remember coming in that way. I came in down here. Yeah, I was facing Ysgramor. This is the way we came up. This is the way we went down. And this is the way out, I guess. Right, well.
Now that I'm human again, shouldn't you know not to take me out on late-night escapades? I'm tired.
What do you think of that, Sven? I wouldn't mind speaking to the brothers, though, but I guess I hold on to these witches' heads. There was a time when I didn't want to kill the bears, but they've really, really irritated me over the last... oh, since I came back to Skyrim. Grumpy-ass bears always want to attack you. Just had enough of it. Okay. Walker stew. So, Silverhand. Let's see where this is on the map. Oh, I have to go to this place for another reason too. There's 2 reasons to go there. That's not a spot I've ever been to. Okay. Well, the next place for us to go is to Mortal. Or, Markarth, I mean. There's a few things to do in the area. But let's return home via Winterhold carriage. Or we can just spend the night. Winterhold. Let's do that. Alright, I'm to find Master Arniel Gane. He's a college guard. This is not him. Order. I think he may have his room upstairs.
It's a fine day with you around.
Oh, hello. Serena? Arniel Gane, you're the one I'm looking for.
The architecture of this college...
May I help you, Archmage?
It's not as run down as many people make it out to be.
Did you need any more help with your project?
As a matter of fact, there is something you can do for me. I had retained Enther's services in, acquiring something specific. But now he's refusing to deliver.
Oh, this, yes.
Could you perhaps speak with him and see if we can come to some sort of arrangement?
Yes, so...
all right, then.
I've done this for you indirectly. Arniel, or Enther, sorry.
Taking me up on my offer, eh? Good.
Here's the stuff you wanted.
Well. All right. You delivered on your end, so I'll deliver on mine. Here's the gem Arniel was after. Can't imagine what he expects to do with that. It's warped beyond any ability to capture a soul.
Okay. Master Gane?
Perhaps we can go another few decades without a disaster. That would be nice.
Of course. Is that how often the college goes through? Anyways, I've got the soul gem you were after.
Do you? Wonderful. I was afraid I'd have to give up. And when I'm so close. Thank you for this. I have a great deal of work ahead of me.
Oh, but, a warped soul gem, huh? Anything else?
Divines bless you. May the ground you walk quake as you pass.
How is your project coming along?
Terrible, just terrible. I vastly underestimated the heat transfer necessary, and have destroyed my only working model. I'm at a loss.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't even know what you're working on. I got you cogs, I got you this warped soul gem. What is it you're working on?
Look, it's all very simple. The Dwemer, they were, masters of magic in a way we can't even begin to conceive of.
Yes, of course.
Their greatest achievement, however, has also been their greatest, shall we say, mystery.
Well, and what mystery is that? How they, what did they do to metal? They sung to it or something. What mystery is that?
Their disappearance, of course.
Oh, but everybody knows
Instant,
that.
unexplainable. The stories have fascinated me. Ever since I was young, I wanted to know what really happened. After years and years of work, I'm closing in on a way to investigate what happened through experimentation. Only now, well, it's simply a disaster.
Are you trying to recreate how they disappeared? What if you disappear too? Anyways, what went wrong?
Without boring you with the details, I'm attempting to recreate the circumstances of the event. The dwarves were very clever, tapping into and drawing power from the heart of Lorcan itself. Lacking the heart of a dead god myself, I was attempting to substitute a rather specific soul gem, the one you helped me acquire.
The warped one, yes, and that won't work?
Well, yes, I mean, no. That is, it might. But I'm not completely sure.
Well,
I'm no tonal architect. I've only read their writings. Scraps, really. The soul gem by itself isn't enough, you see. It needs to be altered, purified. The dwarves had machines for this sort of thing. I've attempted to build my own, based on designs and using parts you helped to provide. My very own dwarven convector. It worked, but not fully. And the device was destroyed in the process.
I should have just left Remiel with you. Can you build another device?
No! I'm too close now. Can't take the time. Though, perhaps there's another option. I may require further assistance from you.
Alright, what do you want me to do?
Well, yes. The designs for my convector were based on real dwarven machines, so there may still be some in existence. I'd go looking myself, but yes, there are calculations to double,
I see
triple,
where this is
check. Many calculations. Perhaps you could seek out these convectors in Skyrim ruins. I can even teach you the spell to heat them. It's very particular and very important.
Alright. Teach me your spell and I'll see what I can do.
Wonderful. Just wonderful. I knew I could count on you. Now, this spell is not for defending yourself, but it's just right for heating the convector. At least 3 seconds burn is necessary. Just place the soul gem inside and heat the convector. At least 3 seconds. You'll almost certainly need to find multiple convectors.
Oh.
I suspect it may be due to the nature of the soul gem versus the crystals this was intended for. Destroys the equipment in the process. But, it's effective. 3 times, and the crystal should be ready for the next step. Isn't this exciting? Always good talking to you, friend.
Okay. Convection, huh? Not for defending myself.
Divines bless you. May the ground you walk quake as you pass.
It's a lesser fire spell. Maybe I can use it to start fires. Alright, so, there actually is one more place to go before we go to Markarth. Not that I want to go there, but I think we should. Do you know where I can find some work?
Ah, yes. Here, take a look at this.
I wonder if we should finally leave Markarth.
Adventures. Are you an adventurer? Of course you are. Else you wouldn't be reading this. I'm in need of a skilled person of your job description for an expedition of Gloomreach Cave. As for when the expedition begins, it has likely already begun. In other words, if you wish to receive your payment, I would head straight for the aforementioned cave and ask for Aldi. Actually, don't ask, just find me. Asking a cave beast anything will likely not get you the desired response, Aldi the Explorer.
Guards
I come across such strange things.
I get a text. I think Skyrim is cursed.
Where is this place? Gloomreach Cave. Oh, it's here. In the Reach. Alright, so I've got a bunch of things for us to do come morning. It takes forever to get out here. Return to Skyhaven Temple. And deliver a letter to Old Herald and Inn, killing some Forsworn. What else? Oh, and I guess find the explorer Aldi in Gloomreach. Valthum. Wasn't I supposed to go there for some reason? Anyways, that sounds like that's what we're going to do. So, let's at least go see Delphine. And I have to speak to her about somebody named Fulltime. I think he was an ex-blade because he had one of their weapons. Where was he? He was all the way over... Oh, Larchin. Okay, we've made it back to the temple. Delphine.
Do you need something?
Skyhaven Temple. Right, does the name Fothai mean anything to you?
I'm guessing you visited the Nightgate Inn, then.
Yes, you know him.
He was a member of the Blades, like me. But that was a long time ago. A few years ago, I wanted him to join me in continuing the fight against the Thalmor. But he was more interested in drinking himself to death than putting his skills to use.
Tell me more about Fulltime.
He ran the covert operations of the Blades. Espionage, sabotage, anything clandestine. If you needed a regime destabilized, he'd sow division amongst their leaders and orchestrate a coup. If you needed to quell an uprising in another province, he'd flood their streets with skooma, keeping them subdued and under control.
Sounds like he's very valuable. And a real charmer.
That was the way of the Blades. We protected the Empire, no matter the cost.
Is that why he never joined you? He felt guilty about his past.
Possibly. He never elaborated on why. It's a shame. We could really make use of his skill set if we ever strike back against the Thalmor.
I could try to recruit him. Try to talk some sense into him.
Not a bad idea, Dragonborn. Maybe hearing from you will remind him of the oath he swore as a blade. Good luck. Need something?
Delphine? I brought someone to induct into the Blades.
You want this one to become a blade? You sure?
Yes, I'm sure. The Blades need new members, and Sven needs something to do with his life.
Very well. I'll do the oath later. Let's just get him geared up and ready to fight. That's enough recruits for now. Ask Esbern about the dragon lairs he's been studying. We'll have the recruits do some hunting with you.
Oh, that sounds interesting. Where's that crotchety old man? Well, Sven, you agreed to become a blade? This is your new life. Yeah, where is Esbern?
Did you need something?
Ah. Is that you, Ariana? Excuse me. Wife, you're always in the way. It is her.
It?
Esbern.
Did you say something?
Delphine mentioned you're studying dragon lairs.
I am. The Blades of the Second Era hunted down many dragons in their day, and they have records of where the beasts lived. Only you can truly defeat these monsters, Dragonborn. But you do not have to do so alone. The Blades can help you. Just ask. Whenever you're ready to take on a dragon, we will send the Blades to help you fulfill your destiny.
Did you find any dragons to hunt?
It's quiet for now, Dragonborn. Perhaps later we'll find where one of those serpents is hiding.
Does the name Fortheim mean anything to you?
An old blade. We never saw eye to eye. Let's leave it at that. Delphine told me he's still alive. That she even tried to recruit him once. I'm glad she did not succeed.
You don't want Fortheim to join us?
He embodies everything that went wrong with the Blades. The ancient Blades were more than just spies. They were warriors of principle. bound by honor and their oath to protect the people of Tamriel from dragons. But over the centuries that purpose was lost. Honor and valor gave way to politics and secrecy.
He could still be useful to us.
I have said my piece, Dragonborn. If you choose to have him join us, I won't oppose you. But I urge you to think carefully. The Blades are returning to their old ways. Would his presence truly help with that?
What is it?
He's very
You'll
skilled.
have to speak up. I'm a little
I would
deaf
think
to
that
your
he
idea.
would be able to complement the Blades.
What do you
And
need,
I suppose this
Dragonborn?
is all about me now. Ariana?
The twilight watches us all, Guardian.
Beautiful Dunmer woman. Nice to see you again.
Until we meet again, Chosen.
You look magnificent in that armor, by the way. Where's the other Dunmer? Oh, I almost thought that was, Inigo for a moment.
I'm a blade now. I can hardly believe it.
Yeah, I can hardly believe I'm Dragonborn.
By my honor, I pledge to rid Tamriel of dragons.
Ah. I see. I can hardly believe I'm a Dragonborn, or the Dragonborn, and I can hardly believe I married a beautiful ex-vampire
So, where are we off to now?
like Serena. I see some of the sound wasn't fully back to how I wish it was, or how it used to be. I have upgraded my computer, but it wasn't for better game performance, though this will help in that area too. I think Grok said the speed increase would be about 25% for gaming. My focus was on the horrible state of my editing that I used to suffer through on a standard 600 speed SATA drive. I now have a new SSD, solid state drive, that goes 7500 speed, and this is primarily for my video editing. I have a new CPU, motherboard, RAM, fans, and 6th drive. I believe I will try to save up maybe next year for a new video card, which will greatly increase game performance, 80 to 100%, says Grok, if I got a 24 gig video card. I currently have an 8. So things change every few years, so I had to learn what was new and upgrade those parts with questions, especially towards Grok. So I spent around 3 days putting it all together. Considering I have an injured spine, it wasn't easy getting into the case to replace what was needed. Lots of alcohol went into use to dull the pain, which sort of slowed it all down, but, well, what else can you do when you have an injury like this? I would say day and a half physical installation of the hardware, and then about a day and a half for the software. See, I upgraded to Windows 11 for free, which is sort of funny now that I think about it, because the only actual Windows I've ever bought was Windows 7 in 2010, and they allowed a free update to Windows 10, which I've been using for, probably 10 years now, and then another free update to Windows 11 just the other day. All from the only Windows I've ever bought 15 years ago. How does Microsoft Windows make money from this? Nearly everything works, like it should, but I think some sound adjustment is needed. I think my microphone was too far from my face for this video, so I'll move it a bit closer for the ones after this. Thanks for watching. Take care.